when you connected your radio or other device to a power supply that wasn't the correct one. This one here has a standard 5.5 jack, but it's a 5 volt supply, and in this case a 12 volt power supply was connected, and this one gave out the magic smoke. So we're going to have a look and see if we can do something with it. Now, interestingly, when we connect the power to it and we turn on, we are actually getting some response. The display is coming up, so it's not completely dead, but there's no output, no volume. So let's have a look and see if we can figure it out. First thing, I just need to get it open. So first things first, let's see where the power, we can disconnect this battery. Ability. Let's see where the power is delivered onto the board. So we obviously have power, but just to get an idea of what we've got. We've got 4.94, so we have 5 volts at this point. And let's see where that, so it looks as though the second pin in the ribbon is the positive and the negative is, let me see, it's coming around here to this guy. Anywhere else? Single-sided board. Oh, here it is. So it's pins 2 and 3 are the power. So pins 2 and 3. So let's see. We get them here. Yeah, 4.8 volts. So we got some corrosion over here on the volume selector, but I don't think that's the issue. So let's see if we can prompt it to go into radio. Alarm, preset, power off. Oh, there we go, standby. Okay, so it's connected to a radio station now, so let's Let's just double check again. Pins 2 and 3, 4.69. That's a little bit low. Let's have a look at the power supply. So, 4.9. It's dropping. So let's see if we can identify power on some of these components. The fact that we've got some power suggests that, yeah, 4.9, 4.9. I don't know what these pinouts of these chips are, but I'm just going to go on a couple of the obvious ones at the end to see what, if any, power is on them. Small one here. We've got it on powered on. .7. There is a small. The power supply was the wrong one that was used. I'm just going to do a quick check before I go checking around any of these pins. I'm going to have a look and see if any of these might be warm. So let's have a quick look at the thermal camera and see if anything jumps out. Okay. Okay, we've got some, still not that high, 24 degrees. This main chip here, 22. Oh, we have a definite hotspot over here. 31, 30. Let me just see. Oh yeah, 43, 44, 42.3. So it's definitely heating up. So that's pointing to something with that particular chip. So let's see if I can bring it a bit closer here. So if I don't know if you can see that. Focus. Okay, my camera doesn't seem to want to focus too close. I just go at it here and see. New. A moment and I'll just get the magnifier and have a look. It's an NS4250. Don't know if you can see that. NS4250. So just going to have a look and see what that chip is. Definitely, just have a look at it again and see if it's definitely, oh yeah, it's definitely hot. 46.2. So I think I'll just disconnect the power and we'll have a look and see what that chip is. One moment, please. Okay, so according to the data sheet, which should be appearing on your screen about now, it's a 3-watt audio amplifier. So again, that would tally with the no sound output. So the audio amplifier chip is definitely, I think that's first suspect. Now, getting it off the board just to see if this display is directly underneath it, so I think the hot air gun might not be the best choice. I'm just going to have a look and see if we might still be able to get it off. I'm just going to disconnect this ribbon and we'll take that aerial connection off as well, just to give a little bit more access. In fact, I'll just snip it. I can resolder it later. So we'll just remove this. Move this out of the way. Now, okay. Make another attempt at focusing on this. Or not. So, here's the dilemma there. The display is directly behind. Now, can we easily disconnect the display and just remove it while we solder or desolder? I think we can. I think it's just those two connections there, and it should just flip out of the way. Okay, I think the hot air might be the best way to remove it. Okay, back in a moment. Okay, back again. So I decided against removing it until I could see if I could get a replacement part. So I ordered some, and here's the parts I got. NS4250, 5 pieces. I think it was all of about €2 for the 5 of them. So they're not very expensive if it turns out not to be the issue. It's not going to be a big issue. What I think I'll do, as I say, is rather than remove this display. I'm going to go with some low melt solder and see if I can remove this chip. So we shall see. For this I will need some flux. Some low melt solder chip quick. Now this is not something I have used much before. I've generally would use the hot air station for removal of surface mount, but let's have a go. So the iron is nice and hot. Okay, that doesn't seem as if it's going to work. I'm just going to try some ordinary leaded solder first, and then try the low melt. So we'll get rid of this first. Okay, and we'll just go with some leaded solder just to release the non-leaded just in case that was preventing the low melt solder from melting it. If this doesn't work, I'll chance the hot air gun. Right, another go with the low melt. We shall see how it works this time. Aha! That's got it. So that was the secret, was to use the leaded solder first. Our display is still intact. And this is our removed component. So I'm just going to clean up the board a small bit. Get rid of some of the some isopropyl and a cotton bud, and we'll just give it a clean up. Right, so again Not sure how well you can see that, but that's the board cleaned up. Here's our new component. And before we do that, we'll apply some flux. I have the iron set to 375 Celsius. I'm not sure what that is in Fahrenheit, but 375. So we'll position this IC and that's not too bad. And let's see if we can get some of these pins. Just trying to balance my magnifying glass here underneath the camera. So, okay. So apologies for the flicker, but this time we should be okay. That's much better. I can see what I'm doing. There we go. Now, so I'll just remove the magnifier and give you a look. So that should hopefully be sufficient. And then another cleanup. Now while I'm here, might as well clean this part of the board as well. Not sure what happened here. It looks like maybe water. Doesn't look like I disturbed any of the other components in the vicinity, and the display seems to be okay. So the next test is just to see what it looks like when I apply power. So let's get our ribbon cable back installed. We shall reapply power. Now, just going to zoom you back out again. There we go. It's back onto radio. Now, the test I want to see is what. I've just turned off the fan from these. Better. Desoldering iron is quite loud. So let's just see with power applied, what does the temperature of that component look like? Much better. So I don't appear to have any other hotspots on the board. Let's try connect a speaker and see have we any sound. So again, I should be able to connect the speaker without having to put the thing all back together. So it would be nice if I had the speaker connected. Let's turn off the power first, which we said was this one. Bye bye. So speaker is this one. Volume. Okay, power.
Attack on the HSE caused widespread disruption and saw information held on computer systems.
We have success. So just time to reassemble now. And final check to see if everything is okay. Put in power. We shall power on. Yeah, and we're good. One REKA DAB radio from Aldi. Lives to fight another day. Okay, thank you. This was my first YouTube video in several years. So hopefully I'll get better at it. Bye for now.